10 years ago today, I uploaded my first YouTube video, so this will be a video comparing YouTube from now to YouTube from 10 years ago today in terms of the interface and features. 10 years ago, YouTube had a completely different logo. Also, when you hovered over the logo, it said home right next to it, whereas now it says YouTube home at the cursor. The search bar was in its own gray bar, which also said powered by Google, since Google had only bought YouTube 11 months before this. There was also a search bar at the bottom of the page. Now the search bar is in the same bar as the YouTube logo and some other things. And it no longer says powered by Google, and there's also no longer another search bar at the bottom of the page. The options now in the My Channel menu were not in a menu. They were hyperlinks that were separated by vertical bars. Some features have been added, such as the Creator Studio. You can also now sign in with multiple accounts through the Switch Account option. There is now a dark mode, which has just been added recently, as well as a restricted mode. You can also choose your content location and language, whereas before you could only choose your content location and it was much more limited. The videos listed on the homepage are completely different now from what they were 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it showed the most popular videos, such as featured videos and some other options. Now it shows videos that are recommended for you. It also shows news, topics, channels that are recommended. There's also a trending page, but it is not the same thing as what we had 10 years ago. The videos are also listed in a completely different way. They were listed in a list format instead of a grid format. They did have videos listed in a grid format on some other pages, such as the videos tab, which I will go over in a minute, but it had the title in the form of a hyperlink. It would appear underlined when you hovered over it and purple after you clicked it. And it had the description below the title and the length of the video below the description. In a separate column, it had the account, number of views, rating, and category of the video. Now it has the title directly below the thumbnail, and it is in black text, not as a hyperlink. And it has the account below the title, the views below the account, and how long ago the video was posted right next to the views. It also has the length of the video in the lower right hand corner of the thumbnail. The description, rating, and category of the video have been removed, although now when you hover over the thumbnail it gives you a preview of the video. And it also has these three dots where you can add it to a playlist, or add it to watch later, or say that you're not interested and dismiss it from your homepage. 10 years ago, YouTube had tabs. Most of these are for remove features. The videos is to see the popular videos. You can get the most viewed, top rated, most discussed, top favorited, most linked, recently featured, and most responded. You can also filter by the time that it was released, this week, this month, or all time, as well as choose a category. There was also a categories tab to specifically browse video by categories and see videos that are featured in each category. It also has featured channels. There's also a channels tab, which displays the different types of channels. This is kind of similar to the browse channels option that we have today, although the types are different from the types that we have now. And you also cannot browse by most viewed or most subscribed, and you can't browse by the time. The community tab is for a feature that has been completely removed, where a user could create a group and any other user could upload a video to that group, and they could also create a video contest that other YouTubers could upload videos to. 10 years ago, instead of having all of the information for the video below it, it was all in different locations. The title was above the video. It also had the date that was added, subscribe button, and description next to it, and it had a more button instead of having the so more that it has now that is on a different line. And it also had the category in a separate in a separate part instead of having it under so more. It also had tags, which aren't in YouTube anymore, as well as the URL and embedded, which are no longer shown in the information with the YouTube video. The views were below the YouTube video like they are now, and the comments were also below the YouTube video next to the views instead of at the top of the comment section. It also had the number of times that it was favorited, which is another feature that has been removed in the newer version of YouTube. It had the 5-star rating system, which is now like and dislike below the video. It also had the option to save to favorites, add to groups, share video, post video, and flag as inappropriate. Share video and flag as inappropriate are still below the video, and they are now buttons with icons. It had the option to post a video response and post a text comment instead of just the option to post a comment. And it showed the comments in different pages and had an option to view all the comments where it would have a page with more comments on it, but it would still be in separate pages if there were enough comments. Comments were given values by likes and dislikes. A like was +1 and a dislike was -1, and you could set it up to show only comments that were of a certain value. The related videos were in a list that was scrollable separate from the rest of the page, and they also had the option for related, more from this user, and playlists. The channel page used to display much more information about the channel. It displayed when they joined, the last time they logged in, and how many videos that channel has watched. It also displayed the subscribers like it does now, as well as the total channel views, another thing that has been kept. It displayed the name and age of the owner of the channel, and it also had the channel description, which has now been moved. It had some more information about the owner of the channel, where the owner of the channel decided what information to put on it. It had the videos uploaded to the channel, as well as the subscribers to the channel, and friends, and also the comments, which is basically like the discussion tab now. There was the option to connect with the owner of the channel. You could send a message, add a comment, share a channel, or add them as a friend. Now you can't add as a friend on YouTube. Now it has the videos uploaded by the channel, as well as some playlists that the channel has. Playlists are another feature that have been added since 2007. It had a separate tab for all of the videos where you could look at all of the videos uploaded by the channel, as well as a tab for playlists, a tab for channels that are featured and recommended, as well as the discussion tab, like the comments, and it had about the channel, which was basically the channel description, when it was joined, how many total views it had. It also now has the option to search just the channel for a specific video. Another feature that has been added to YouTube is the bar on the side that shows where you can go to the home page as well as trending and look at some subscriptions. You could also look in your history, your watch later list, and some playlists, as well as see the channels that you are subscribed to, and also the information that used to be at the bottom of the page in the older version of YouTube. There's also YouTube Red and YouTube Movies. YouTube Red is an optional paid subscription where you can get ad-free videos, as well as the ability to download videos to view them offline. And you can also use the YouTube Music app for streaming music. YouTube Movies allows you to buy or rent movies on YouTube. There is also the YouTube apps. Another new feature of YouTube is the ability to get notifications when somebody replies to your comment on another video, or someone makes a comment on your video. You can also get notifications for when a subscriber uploads a video and when somebody likes or dislikes your video. 10 years ago, the maximum resolution for a YouTube video was 240 by 320. Now it is 8K, although most videos are uploaded in 4K or less. YouTube videos can also be uploaded with a 60 frames per second frame rate. There is the option to upload a 3D or 360 degree video. Now you can also add closed captioning to your video and play it at different speeds. The YouTube player has also been completely redesigned multiple times since 2007. more options were added. The scrub bar was moved above the control so that it has the whole width of the display. It also no longer has the time in a black box, and it is clear. The player also now by default goes down unless you have your cursor over the pause button, but 10 years ago it would always stay up. The YouTube player has also been updated from a 3:4 aspect ratio to 9:16, and it now works on computers without Adobe Flash Player.